They'll never say it out loud. But what truly turns women on has nothing to do with what most men think. It's not your muscles. It's not your car. It's not even your looks. It's something far deeper. Something primal that goes beyond appearance and touches the very core of her feminine psychology. Because here's the truth most men never learn. Attraction isn't built on what she sees. It's built on what she feels when she's around you. You see, a woman's attraction is emotional, not visual. She doesn't fall for the man who looks perfect. She falls for the man who makes her feel something powerful. And that's exactly what we're going to uncover, what truly turns women on, and why most men unknowingly kill attraction before it even begins. But before we continue, if you're serious about understanding female psychology, not from fantasy, but from truth, make sure you subscribe right now. Because what you're about to hear could completely change how you see attraction forever. Let's start with the first one. 1. Confidence without words. Confidence isn't what you say, it's what you radiate. It's the calmness in your body language. It's the steady tone in your voice. It's the way you move, as if you don't need to prove anything to anyone. Women are wired to sense confidence before you even open your mouth. When you walk into a room, they don't analyze your looks. They feel your presence. The man who doesn't seek attention becomes the one who gets it. The man who doesn't chase becomes the one women chase. Why? Because confidence, in a woman's eyes, equals safety. It tells her, this man can handle life. He's grounded. He's in control. That's why women get turned on by a man who can keep his cool when others lose it. A man who doesn't argue for validation. A man who doesn't explain his worth. When you have quiet confidence, every woman around you feels it, even if she doesn't understand why. 2. Emotional control. Women might test you, provoke you, or even try to get a reaction out of you. Not because they want drama, but because they want to feel your strength. Every time you react emotionally, yelling, defending, chasing, you lose power. But every time you stay calm, you trigger something deeper in her. Because deep down, a woman wants to feel that your emotions don't control you. You control them. That's what separates a boy from a man. When you stay composed while she's emotional, it sends a clear signal. You're not moved by storms. You weather them. That's what turns her on. Not your anger, not your passion, but your ability to stay strong in her chaos. 3. A sense of purpose. A man with purpose doesn't chase validation. He chases growth. He doesn't revolve his life around a woman. He invites her into his mission. And that is magnetic. Women can sense when a man's attention has direction. It's not scattered. It's focused. When you're building something, a business, a dream, a discipline, women feel it. Because energy doesn't lie. Purpose gives you a glow that no cologne or luxury car can match. You become interesting without trying. Attraction becomes effortless because you're too busy being someone to worry about impressing someone. That's what truly turns her on. Seeing a man who lives for something greater than her approval. 4. Mystery and restraint. Here's the paradox. Women crave connection, but they're drawn to mystery. When you give her everything too soon, constant texting, oversharing, chasing, you kill the tension. Because tension is what fuels attraction. A woman's mind is her most powerful erogenous zone. When she can't fully read you, she starts thinking about you. When she starts thinking about you, she starts feeling you. And that's how attraction grows, in the space between curiosity and desire. So stop over-explaining yourself. Stop trying to prove your worth. Leave gaps. Let her wonder, because nothing turns a woman on like a man she can't fully figure out. 5. Masculine polarity. The deeper truth is this. Attraction lives in polarity. The more masculine energy you carry, the more feminine energy you attract. That's why soft, agreeable men often struggle to spark attraction. They blur the polarity. Masculine energy isn't aggression. It's direction. It's stability, presence, and certainty. A masculine man doesn't beg for love. He commands respect. He doesn't control. He leads. He doesn't dominate. He grounds. When a woman feels that, her feminine instinct awakens. She relaxes. She feels safe. And safety creates desire. Because no woman can truly open up to a man she doesn't trust. 6. The power of silence. Most men talk too much. They try to explain, impress, and convince. But the men who understand women know the real power lies in silence. Silence makes her chase your attention. It makes her wonder what you're thinking. It creates tension, and tension is attraction. You don't need to fill every moment with words. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is listen. Really listen. When you give her your full presence without trying to perform, you stand out in a world full of noise. That silence, that grounded stillness, turns her on more than any compliment ever could. 7. Boundaries. A man without boundaries becomes invisible to a woman's respect. The moment you let her disrespect you, even slightly, and you say nothing, attraction begins to die. Boundaries aren't about control, they're about self-worth. When you calmly walk away from disrespect, you tell her, "My peace matters more than your approval." And that hits differently, because women test boundaries not to break you, but to feel where your edges are. They want to know, will you fold or will you stand firm? Every time you stand firm, her respect for you grows. Every time you cave in, it fades. Boundaries don't push her away. They make her feel safe. Because a man who can protect his own peace can protect hers too. 8. Independence. The biggest mistake men make is giving up their lives the moment they get attention. They stop hanging with friends. They stop focusing on goals. They start orbiting her world like a satellite. And that kills attraction faster than anything else. Because deep down, women are drawn to men who belong to themselves. Men who can love deeply, but never lose themselves in that love. When she sees you're fine without her, that's when she truly desires you. Because emotional independence makes you unpredictable. And unpredictability fuels attraction. You become a challenge, not a project. And that's what turns her on. 9. Direction with empathy. A man who leads but also listens creates the perfect balance of strength and warmth. He's decisive, but never dismissive. He's confident, but never arrogant. He can say no with calmness and yes with intent. This kind of leadership makes a woman feel guided, not controlled. It's rare, it's powerful, and it's deeply attractive. Because real leadership isn't about dominance. It's about presence with compassion. 10. Self-mastery. The truth is, what turns women on more than anything is a man who has mastered himself. Not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. The man who doesn't need validation. The man who doesn't chase pleasure. The man who can delay gratification and stay disciplined in a world addicted to distraction. That kind of man radiates a quiet strength that women can feel from across a room. Because every woman knows, if you can master yourself, you can handle her. That's not arrogance. That's dominance through discipline. And that's the deepest form of attraction there is. At the end of the day, the things that truly turn women on can't be faked. They're not about how you look, but how you live. You can't pretend to be grounded. You either are or you're not. You can't fake purpose. It has to burn inside you. You can't fake self-respect. It has to show in your silence, in your standards, in your energy. So if you really want to become the kind of man women desire, stop trying to impress them. Start mastering yourself. Because once you do, attraction stops being something you chase. It becomes something you naturally create. And that's the ultimate truth most men never learn. So before you go, remember this. What turns her on isn't what you show her. It's what she feels when she's with you. If she feels peace, safety, and power, she'll stay. If she feels chaos, neediness, and fear, she'll run. The difference is you. So, if this message hit home, take a second to subscribe. Because we're building men who don't chase attention, they attract it.